Hey guys, right here I have a 2014 Ford Fiesta Titanium Sedan. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here's the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. As you can see, the mirrors are currently folded out. Upon locking the car, the mirrors will automatically fold in, and upon unlocking, the mirrors will automatically fold out again. Also, the Fiesta Titanium Sedan does come standard with Ford's version of a keyless entry and start system. So, just have the key fob on yourself. The doors are currently unlocked. Press this black button to lock the doors. And to unlock it, just press the black button again. This 2014 Fiesta Titanium does have 1,471 kilometers on it. And in conjunction with that keyless entry, you do have keyless start as well. Just make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the Ford power button to start. Quite simple. This Fiesta Titanium Sedan does get Ford's electric power assist steering system. It is controlled via this leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips on the sides. It is very light to steer, which makes it very easy to park. The only transmission available for this Fiesta Titanium Sedan is Ford's 6-speed power shift transmission. Power shift is basically Ford's name for a dual clutch automated manual transmission. This transmission has two sets of clutches, one controlling gears 1, 3 and 5 and the other controlling gears 2, 4 and 6. Power shift aims to give drivers better fuel efficiency while driving, have a smoother drive, as well as less lag between shift times. This power shift transmission also eliminates the need of a torque converter found in a conventional automatic transmission, as well as a clutch pedal found in a conventional manual transmission. To shift, obviously put your foot on the brake, press the catch behind, and then just shift it to the desired gear. In sport mode, you can use the plus and minus buttons to shift through the gears for a bit of spirited driving, if you will. Also, when you put the car in reverse, your parking sensor diagram appears on the media screen right up in the center of the dashboard. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn on the hazards. Lights, front and rear fog lights. This car does have automatic lights. Take a look at the engine. And only the driver's side window is fully automatic in both ways, the rest are just powered. Safety features for the Fiesta Titanium includes 2 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, electronic stability control, passive anti-theft alarm system with immobilizer, hill launch assist, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the rear seats. Indicators on the side mirrors, front quarter windows, and this Fiesta gets 16-inch multi-spoke alloy rims with Continental tires. The tires are Conti Premium Contact 2 195/50 R16 units. Brakes, front and rear, are ventilated discs and drums respectively. The suspension comprises of McPherson struts in front and a twist beam rear setup. Halogen headlights on a reflector lens. And the Fiesta facelift does bring an Aston Martin-like grille to the front end. This looks quite nice. The Fiesta Titanium Sedan gets a Duratec 1.5-litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves, naturally aspirated inline-4 engine with twin independent variable camshaft timing. The engine produces 110 horsepower at 6300 rpm and 140 Nm of torque at 4400 rpm. The fuel tank measures 43 liters and the combined fuel consumption for the Fiesta Titanium Sedan is 5.8 liters per 100 kilometers. 139 grams of carbon dioxide is produced per kilometer and the Fiesta is front-wheel drive. That's your left side rear fog light. Rear parking sensors. Your right side rear fog light. The facelifted Fiesta Sedan's rear end does look much better than the pre-facelift Fiesta Sedan. Right down here you do have some storage as well as your speaker. Right here your mirror controls. And right here your window controls together with your window lock. Use this knob right here to adjust the brightness of your interior at night. And you do have some storage down here. The driver's seat in this Fiesta Titanium Sedan does get full manual adjustments. This one controls your seat back. This one controls your seat height, and this one controls your seat position. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how she revs. The facelifted Fiesta Titanium Sedan does gain an electronic automatic climate control system. It is a single zone setup, so you do have your fan speed on the left, together with your automatic mode, temperature on the right with your air conditioning, front and rear defrost, different modes, off, and your recirculation. The Fiesta Titanium gets an integrated head unit with various media connectivity options, Ford Sync, a 3.5-inch display, and 6 speakers for the sound system. I must say, it does have quite an impressive sound system for a stock unit. The whole screen in the center is controlled using the set of controls right here. Right now you do have your main USB screen, and if you have a look, there are 4 options down below. Each of those 4 options correspond to the 4 buttons right here. So if I want to play and pause, I hit this button. If I want to bring up the information regarding the song, I press this button right here. If I want to browse the list of songs, hit this button, and your options is selected using that button right there. In USB options, I can shuffle the playlist, repeat the track, look at similar music, and reset the sync system. But basically, your main USB screen, to go back to the previous screen, just hit the left button. You do have your different media options with your CD, radio, sync media, Bluetooth telephone menu, and your system menu. All these menus right here correspond to the CD, radio, auxiliary, phone, and menu shortcuts to the left of the controls right here. In sync media, we do have Bluetooth audio streaming, USB, auxiliary. In radio, we do have FM, AM. And CD, obviously it is a CD player which is MP3 compatible. The CD player is located right up there. You do have your 10 customizable stations for the radios, for the FM menu right here. This keypad right here also doubles up as the phone keypad. To bring up your sound system setup, just press that button right up there, and you do have your bass, middle, treble, balance and fader, your equalizers, traffic news and all that. If you hit menu, basically brings up your system menu with Ford Eco mode, tells you how economical you have been driving, sync settings, turning on your Bluetooth, looking at your paired Bluetooth devices, master reset the whole system, sync applications, audio settings with your adaptive volume, sound, vehicle settings with your traction control, automatic wiper setting, ambient lights, chimes and all that, clock settings, time and date, display settings with your units, language, dimming, and a system, doing a system check. If you hit info right here,
playing First to Last by Gunnar Olsen from the album YouTube Audio Library.
It basically announces your track information with your song title, artist, album and all that. You also do have your seek track buttons as well as your volume and power knob. Right down here you do have your electronic central locking, and that's about it for the part right here. The front quarter windows do aid visibility while turning out of a junction or a tight parking lot. Like I showed you, power folding mirrors. On the left spoke of the steering wheel, you do have your audio controls with your volume, on hook off hook buttons or your seek track buttons, and voice control.
USB, please say a command.
Help.
USB help. For media, say play playlist, genre, artist, album, or track and your selection. To play all of the media, say play all. For related media, say similar music. Please say a command. For media,
Cancel. The voice control will walk you through the system if you do not know what to say. On the left stalk, you do have your indicator controls, and on the end of the indicator stalk, you do have the button to scroll through your multi-information display in the instrument cluster. Right now you do have your mileage, trip meter, distance to empty, instant fuel consumption, average fuel consumption, average speed, outside temperature, and back to your mileage. In that same display, you also do have your gear position as well as engine temperature. And on the right stall, you do have your wiper controls. I probably forgot to mention this just now, but this car does have automatic wipers as well, apart from the automatic lights. The steering wheel in this car is tilt only. You adjust it using this lever right here. You do have some storage right here. And you do have a couple of cup holders in the center. Some storage right here with a single rear cup holder. A small cutout for storage right here below the parking brake. Power outlet, as well as your USB and auxiliary ports. Manual dimming, rear view mirror, interior lights, and a little storage net right here. Sun visor with a vanity mirror. Alright. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of the tour. You do have a speaker down there with your window control right here. Rear seats do fold. You just have to locate this button right here, push it, and flip the seat back down. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. The driver's seat is in a position that I would be comfortable in, and I have about this much legroom left, and about this much headroom left. It is not to say the best amount of legroom at the back, not the worst either. However, you still do get storage pockets on the front seat backs. No rear center armrest for this one. You do have your interior lights right up here and hooks on the ceiling. Opening up the Fiesta Titanium Sedan's boot, you do get 465 liters of boot space, but you can increase this boot space by folding the rear seats down as shown earlier. It does have Ford's Easy Fuel capless fuel filling system. Adjustable headrests, front and rear. You do have quite a big rear parcel shelf. And the rear quarter windows do add to the roominess of the cabin. I do have my GoPro mounted right there. But apart from that, you do have your speaker down there with some storage and a window control. Front passenger seat does get full manual adjustments as well. It just loses out on the height adjustment that you would find on the driver's side. You do have a storage pocket down by the passenger side footwell. Nicely sized glove box. Sun visor with a vanity mirror for this side as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so let's take the Fiesta Titanium Sedan for a quick test drive. I was able to film this Fiesta Titanium for a startup, full vehicle tour and test drive video thanks to a family friend of mine. Let's start the review with the engine. The pre-facelift Fiesta sedan in Malaysia was available only with a 1.6-litre engine producing 118 horsepower and 152 Nm of torque. However, with the facelift, a new 1.5-litre engine was introduced. The new engine produces 8 horsepower and 12 Nm of torque less than the old 1.6-litre engine, and this decrease does show in the way the Fiesta performs. For city drive, the Fiesta 1.5 does a fairly good job, but once the car is pushed hard, it feels underpowered. The Fiesta's power-shift dual-clutch transmission, while it is a nice option over a regular torque converter automatic, it doesn't shift as quickly as other dual-clutch transmissions such as Volkswagen's DSG. The facelifted Fiesta adds Sport mode and select shift manual shifting via the buttons on the gear knob. This is a welcome addition over the pre-facelift for those who like to shift manually once in a while. For its class, the Fiesta does handle and ride quite good. As for the interior, the updated Fiesta does get a few changes here and there. The most noticeable ones are the gloss black dashboard and door panel trim over the pre-facelift's matte silver trim, and the change from red graphics to blue graphics for the 3.5-inch infotainment display, multi-info display within the instrument cluster, and the rev counter and speedometer's needles. The layout of the controls are still the same for the head unit, steering wheel controls and door panel controls, while the climate controls switch from a manual unit in the pre-facelift to a single-zone automatic unit in the facelift. The seats are nice and comfortable, with plenty of adjustments available to suit different heights. The steering wheel only tilts, which may hinder some from finding a perfect driving position. The rear seats do have a decent amount of space. With the facelift, the Fiesta sedan gets the titanium trim level, which brings more equipment as standard over the lower spec pre-facelift's LX trim level. The titanium gains leather seats, front fog lights, automatic lights and wipers, and smart keyless entry with push-button start over the LX. However, the pre-facelift Fiesta LX sedan gets 7 airbags as standard, unlike the 2 airbags in the Fiesta Titanium sedan. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2014 Ford Fiesta Titanium Sedan. Thanks for watching and goodbye.